As President Trump attends a G7 summit in Canada, we turn the clock back 30 years to 1988, when President Ronald Reagan attended a G7 summit in Toronto. Here's a portion of President Reagan's remarks to the Empire Club of Canada on June 21st as the summit ended.
Toronto, like Canada itself, is brimming with strength, vitality, and self-assurance. Those qualities, together with our similar heritages and common values, have made the relationship between the United States and Canada unique in world history. We have been best friends, important trading partners, and allies for more than a century and a half. In many ways, America's relationship with Canada has been the vanguard of our relations with other nations. Our first environmental treaty over boundary waters involved Canada. Our first permanent mutual defense relationship was with Canada. And the agreement to remove ships of war from the Great Lakes was our first arms reduction pact. You may have heard me say that nations don't distrust each other because they're armed. They are armed because they distrust each other. With the longest undefended border in the world, Canada and the United States are proof of the flip side of that. When nations live in trust and friendship, they live in peace. Today, our relations are better than ever. Over the last 4 years, the Canadian-U.S. partnership has grown and strengthened. That's all for the good. In a world that's changing before our eyes, we need each other's friendship as never before. And in many ways, that is what, for Brian and me, the last 3 days here in Toronto have been about: the changing world and the role of North America in it. As you know, we've just finished meeting with the leaders of the 5 other major industrial democracies. These annual economic summits have played an important role in the revival of growth in the industrial world. Each year, of course, a different country serves as host. Over the past 8 years, I've noticed that the leader of the host nation sets the tone and, to a large extent, determines the success of the meetings. Well, this year's summit was informal yet highly focused. It was a get-down-to-basics, open-for-business summit. And the progress achieved may not become fully evident for months, but it was essential. I should say substantial. Much of the credit for this success belongs to one of the democratic world's strongest and best leaders, and someone whose friendship I cherish. It is rare that a personal friendship between 2 leaders can change the course of history. Rarer still that it changes for the better. But I believe that's the case here. I believe that future generations will regard our work together as one of the great legacies of North America to the world in this half-century. No, we don't always see eye to eye. But then what 2 Irishmen ever did? So let me just pause here to say thank you for his vision, leadership, and friendship to my colleague and your Prime Minister, Brian Mulroney.